Alright guys, I got a 2004 Honda Accord here. Okay, so it was towed in. It cranks. You can turn the key, it goes, the engine goes kitch, 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 kitch. Doesn't start. I scanned it. P0339 crank sensor code. I checked for RPMs with my scan tool. No RPMs whatsoever. So I ordered a crank sensor, and I am gonna give you guys a part number and show you how to replace it. Crank sensor is gonna take about probably an hour and a half to come in. It's 10-20 minute job. Okay, waiting for one of my buddies so we could push this baby right onto this lift, host it up, and change that crank sensor. Okay, so I'm gonna just give it a shot. I already scanned it and everything, so you guys can see what it's doing. And okay, so it kind of does start up and then it dies and it doesn't want to go, so the crank sensor is faulty, and it's also a delayed start. Okay, got the baby on the host. Okay, she's in the air, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna just go under this lift right over here by the passenger side. Our crank sensor is located right there, so to make myself easy, you don't need to take off the tire, but to make myself a little bit easy, I am going to take off the tire, but you shouldn't have to, so I could get a better visual. It's a number 10 over here, and we got a lot of oil, so oil could be an issue, so make sure you recommend few things to yourself or to your customer if you're having leak. So this oil look like it's coming from up above the VTEC seal, so we'll do okay, I see a oil pressure switch, VTEC seal all up there, I can see it. Anyways, what we're gonna do is I am gonna take off the tire and start working on this baby. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our impact gun here, take off these lugs. Now I got one hand and a leg to do this, all with one hand. Let's put this baby to the side. Okay, so right here is our crank sensor right there, guys. Doesn't look so pretty, so we're gonna go get a number 10. Okay, we're looking good. By number 10 I mean 10mm socket. So what we want to do is we want to push on this tab over here, and we should be able to take this connector off. Okay, so what I want to do next is I want to take my 10mm socket bolt right here. So try not to spray stuff on it. I don't like to spray any type of cleaner on these harnesses, because over time it will eat up the stuff inside, so you don't want to spray nothing. So I'm going to turn this counterclockwise. So we're going to put this baby right over here, and that 10mm nut on that sensor should be coming off pretty easy. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is since I can't put my finger onto this to turn it, I'm gonna go get a small extension. So try to get a small extension, but you don't need to, but to make yourself easy. Okay, I went and got me a smaller extension that I'm gonna put. You see how easy it is now? And we're gonna put this sensor to the side. So I am gonna give you guys a torque specs, part number, and the sensor is about $47 to $50 maximum. If you want to get original, it's up to you. I am gonna be using a standard pieces, something local here. So Once you have that out, you can probably try to wiggle this out of the way. But the best thing we could do is if you could get a flathead screwdriver right here, and the sensor, you see it's like this is the main part right here. So you want to try to get it out straight as possible. It does have an O-ring. See that O-ring right there? So this O-ring, what this does is it holds the oil in. None of the oil is going to come out. So you can try to twist it, turn it back, forth. Okay, and sometimes this thing will lock up in there over time for years, and half the sensor will break inside. So try to avoid that and try to just turn it, wiggle it softly. If you need to throw some penetration oil right over here, you could do so. Turn, and use a flathead screwdriver just to pull it out. And that's how simple it is to get this baby out of there. So far looking good. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go get a new piece. I'm still waiting for it. And then we'll stick that piece in, and I will give you the part number and everything. Okay, boys and girls, we got ourselves a new sensor right here. And what you want to do is you want to take a little bit of oil in your finger, just put it all around that O-ring. Okay, so what we want to do next is the part number here is PC478 standard. Okay, make sure your housing is nice and clean. This one doesn't look so bad. If you, I don't want to be, you know, as long as the whole inside is clean. Another thing I want to tell you guys is make sure you inspect. Okay, when you're pushing the sensor in, try to push it from right over here, and you should feel the seal snug right in. If it doesn't, you don't want to crack that seal. So that baby's in. So what I want to do next is I am going to take this number 10, and we're going to take our extension. So if you want to hand tight, you can hand tight, but the torque spec on this is only 8.7 foot-pound, and this is same for 2003 to 2007 Honda Accords, 4 cylinders. Okay, and not too tight, not too loose, and that's it. Bada bing, bada boom. Okay, if you have an oil leak, so make sure you check where the oil leak is coming from. I see up there is a VTEC is leaking on this guy, so we will do a seal on that. Anyways, you want to inspect your wiring here. Nothing is bad. Connect this baby right back in, and it should be good to go. So what we're gonna do is, you guys seen in the beginning that it was cranking and not starting, and what we're gonna do next is we're gonna put the wheel on and start up the car. Reset the light. It's not gonna go off on its own, so reset the light, and you should not have to disconnect the battery either. So I did not disconnect the battery. A lot of people say when I rechange your sensors, you should, but it's all up to you. I don't usually go by that, because once everything is off, and it's gonna detect a new sensor. Anyways, guys, let's put the wheel on, and then we'll crank up the vehicle.